So sleepy.
Yeah.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Man. That's
Staying up studying?
that's probably not really gonna help at this point,
Nah, I gave up on the
Ryuji.
exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
How manly.
It's what I always do. No matter how many times I fail, nothing's gonna change.
Morning.
She stayed up all night actually studying.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Yeah.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Morgana.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
I feel like there's a joke to be made here somewhere. Welcome, Grimsley.
What was that?
Will you
Welcome,
please
Cardale.
shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember.
What? Oh, Makoto's
Am I
following us?
imagining things?
What? What? You need the bathroom?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's nothing.
Talk to us, girl. Oh, cutscene. This almost feels a little too loud.
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad?
Who? What guy?
Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Yeah, who are they pointing at? Why aren't we getting to see him? And she clocks him in the face. Oh, this.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
Damn.
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
Wait, his voice.
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's
Yeah.
outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's
Hi, Matt.
because-
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car. So this is where your passion
Okay.
went. All is well that ends well.
Yeah, I thought it was Makoto too.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you.
Matt has a fantastic voice. I've heard it so much though, I cannot hear it as like a high school boy. I can't. I'm like, that person is in their late 20s at least.
I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please.
You gonna make a
Won't
love
you?
confession or something?
Wait a minute.
Be the model for my next art piece.
Oh my god. Wow.
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking.
Yes.
I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
Oh my god. Alright.
This man's highly suspicious.
Of course you think that, Morgana.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Whoa, hold your
Hush.
horses.
Yes.
Who are you anyways?
Yeah.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division.
Okay. Okay.
My name is Yusuke Kitagawa.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Kitagawa?
I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world.
Okay.
But we heard that name the other day.
They
in
really do,
Mementos.
yeah.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow.
Wait, hang on. I just realized something. The way they say Madarame, is the second syllable wrong in that? Also, that almost sounds right. Madarame.
I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then.
Pretty much correct? Okay, yeah.
I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too.
Oh.
Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book.
Projecting much,
You're not
Ryuji?
planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, because of course he's a confidant. Right. And he'll be the one connected to Madarame as the way for us to get to know how shitty he is. Okay, all right, yeah.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth.
Really? With a name like Fuck You and calling the group the Fuck Ups?
So be it. What I want to know most is your method.
Okay.
It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him.
Oh.
He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children.
Oh, damn.
But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time? This Metaverse business again?
Bear with me, you know? Because of course, yeah, it's all bullshit, right? But, you know, to follow along with this, pretend it's true for a second, right? And then you can rip it to shreds later when you have the whole picture.
Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April.
Yup.
Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too.
Absolutely.
Were you related to those as well?
Really? Are you kidding me? There isn't a no? That happened before we even started seeing supernatural shit. I guess this is the best one, but...
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Like, I wish, it would be nice to have more opportunities to, like, do different kinds of things in those conversations, because I want to get her on my side, you know? Today's the last day of exams, huh? Seems like one of those were kind of tough. Wait, I thought I got all the answers right.
Yep.
Well, if it wasn't too bad, you should have gotten a decent score, right?
It's over.
Yeah!
It's over. How about you?
You traitor!
Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
Oh, there was Madarame.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am
really
not
is.
letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
Hey now, that's my money.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
I mean, sushi would be pretty
We
great.
don't have that much left. Oh, right. There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we
Okay.
got free tickets. Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Yep, it's a great place to investigate.
Madarame, was it?
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Sure.
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, if everyone's going...
Morgana just wants
It's
to go
settled
and
then.
chaperone.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, all right?
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
This dude.
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
Thanks.
Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Okay.
Well, see you guys later.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
Calm down, Morgana.
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
Hey. Yeah, exactly.
Guess
Also,
we should do a quick pass
does
through
that
at
dude
once.
have a painting of himself on display? That's pretty dang egotistical.
Which way are we supposed to start?
Are tasers even legal in Japan? Oh wait, oh, that's just a poster. Oh, okay.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination.
Oh, he's just right there.
You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person.
Oh, damn. So he's just taking credit for everyone's work? Okay.
Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words.
Well, yeah, no, having it be on the poster, that totally makes sense. I thought it was something where it was, because I saw it, like, off to the side, I thought it was, like, one of the exhibits, and I was like, ooh, okay.
They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier
yes,
is
of
a
course.
modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind
Being
gives
all
rise to
monk-like.
inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something...
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey,
Alright,
stop
crowd.
pushing. There's way too many people.
I'm getting crushed.
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, all right?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself.
Yeah. So many different styles. Oh, it's almost like you weren't the only one who did it.
He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei,
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke.
So I'm guessing the way he does this without actually getting, like, just ousted and found out, right? It started with just him getting the person to keep quiet or whatever, right? And now he has the reputation of versatility, right? And so then if he has an apprentice, he's not actually going to steal too many of their pieces. He's gonna basically develop their talents until they make something fantastic, and then he's gonna steal that. And then that way it's like no, they do a bunch of great work. This one's mine, you know?
Well then, if you'll excuse me.
They haven't made anything, and all their stuff is mine.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to
Almost
approach.
like harvesting a crop, yeah.
He seems really friendly.
But the thing is, you would think that wouldn't actually get a whole lot, because you'd only be able to do that with like 1 or 2 maybe per person. And that's a lot of time to basically, like, even if he's just mildly investing in someone, to just take the 1 or 2 pieces that are fantastic from them.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it.
Okay, unless he's just fully manipulating them and using their works for like a long time.
To think such a
Like really
cheerful
getting
and
in their
gentlemanly
heads.
person could make such a piece.
Yeah, that one's mine.
Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me.
Ouch.
Thanks to that, I remember now.
Okay.
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online.
Okay.
Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Okay.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around.
Okay.
He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Gotcha. And because he breaks them kind of mentally, then they don't actually do anything to oppose him?
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this.
That name pronunciation hurts me.
I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we
Just
gonna go
filter
about
it,
that?
yeah.
Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Right.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
I mean, if he is suspicious, then we should be able to find the palace, right?
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info.
Okay.
And the address to his sensei's atelier.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, we can scout it out and see if there's a palace.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Wait, right after school? What if I wanted to do something
You
right
want me
after
to
school?
model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Phantom thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
Also, Ryuji, don't mention that in public.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
Dude, be quiet! We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
Damn.
Oh, Kitty!
Uh-oh.
Shoot. Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
It's a stuffed animal. You're imagining things. It's just a creature. I don't like any of these, but...
Yeah, it's just a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
There we go. There we go.
You heard her. Press on its head.
You heard her, fuck. Press on its head.
This is ridiculous. Wowie! Again!
Fantastic.
That's so funny! I want to hear it again! Oh, I just threw open my mouth.
Oh, you're a cat. Just swallow it and keep going.
Seriously?
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side.
I hope to God I don't start saying Shibuya. I can just say Shibuya.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So,
Yeah,
looks like we
Shibuya!
gotta transfer-
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by
Wait.
to that address.
Oh no. Oh no.
If anything, this is the closest station.
Okay, good.
What? And we gotta walk the rest of the way?
Darn.
What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then
Ryuji!
walks to their destination?
Stop your complaining.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist.
Forget him saying for real. We need one for Ryuji talking about the phantom, how they're the phantom thieves around other people that don't know.
Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay, yeah, so that is the way. Alright.
Suguru Kamashita, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone...
Yeah, and this guy was
natural
sus at the
temperament.
beginning of the game, too. Ah, yes, look down over the city from high up.
Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
is that it?
We're at the right address.
Hmm.
The door plate does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Watch, he doesn't actually live here. He lives in a hotel somewhere.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
Takamaki-san. You two are here as well?
Yeah?
Hey, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
Oh, really? You read about it online? Yeah, yes. Give the laugh.
Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? He welcomes pupils into his own home. This is no act of violence, it is charity.
Yeah, Ryuji, we did kind of talk about this.
And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
I mean, to be fair, in the case of Kamoshida, it was very obvious, so I get that Ryuji would be a little, like, gung-ho.
You might be lying about it.
Oh my god.
That is utter rubbish. I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now.
I'm dependent on him. Yeah.
If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
You really think that?
Oh, you know how I might do this? If I was Madarame, you say, "Hey kid, I'm bringing you up, I'm teaching you, I'm doing all this stuff. Here's the thing, you're not ready yet, but listen to me and you'll do it. And the way we're gonna do this is we're going to prep the world for your specific style by having me pass them off as my own. And that's also how we'll be able to develop your skill, because your skill isn't at the point yet where you could actually like put it in like museums and stuff with your name. But with my name, we can. So we'll do this, and you'll effectively be helping me with my work, and that's the payment basically for me helping instruct you. And then I'm old, so I'm not gonna be around for necessarily that long anyways, right? Maybe like 10 years or something like that. This'll help me be cushy, and it'll basically set you up for success, because then you'll be kind of like led into the limelight, because as I basically go out of fame and things like that, you'll come in to replace me, it'll be very smooth, and they will have already gotten used to your artworks, and they'll love the way that you paint, because they love me, and there you go. And that way you won't have to, you won't really have to worry about making a name for yourself as much, right? Yeah, we'll present your best stuff so you can get feedback under the protection of my prestige. Yeah, exactly, right? And then basically it's just you just string them along. Yeah, you should be thanking me. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. This is gonna be great. You're getting tons of exposure.
Yusuke,
Yep, he's just right here, because of course he
what's
is.
the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Yep, and he immediately tells him.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worried for their friend's safety.
Oh yeah, your style closely resembling to your master's would go in question as well. Exactly, yep. Yeah, he taught me everything he knew. And that would probably add value to it when you actually start selling your own art, right? Can I debut yet? Not yet. You're not ready yet, definitely. Yeah.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
Oh yeah, and he's totally personable. Yeah, one of the things that I was kind of like, oh, okay, this will be interesting, because Kamoshida is such a great opening villain. How do you transition to another villain? It's really hard to follow in the footsteps of, yes, I am saying this, the great Kamoshida, right? And so the way we do this is he's not as hateable of a villain, certainly at least not right now. And I get the feeling he probably won't be by the end of it, right? Because there's something just visceral about hating a Kamoshida. But what we end up doing is we end up using this as an opportunity to showcase the different ways that someone can be taken advantage of. Kamoshida is the very obvious one. People are walking around with bruises and bandages and things like that. And then this guy, he's taking advantage of you, and he is absolutely abusing his power, but not in a way that's going to be as immediately obvious. You don't even realize that it's happening. Whereas in the case of Kamoshida, even if people couldn't describe it exactly, or if they couldn't put it into words or have the courage to defend themselves or things like that, they knew that it felt wrong. There's a good reason why Kamoshida ends up pretty high up on people's tier list. Yeah, exactly. We're also not being subjected to the abuse either. That is true.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down? Now, if you'll excuse me.
Right, and part of his manipulation is based around his own, pun intended, persona that he puts forward of being this very, humble, monk-like person. And so he can kind of do almost like the cult thing, where he's like, no, it's not about money, right? You must forsake thought of fiscal success in order to pursue and better yourself as an artist, right? And then as a result of that, people don't really think about the fact that, no, he is actually making a lot of money off of you. It feels very similar to when, the grifters online will be like, I don't need your money. I already make plenty of money. Okay, but this is still something where you're trying to make money off of me. And he's been practicing wearing this mask for years, according to Sai. Yeah, exactly. So it's this whole shack thing is all very important for the manipulation. And the thing is, to an extent, I gotta give props to the guy for his dedication. You would, be like Van Gogh. Yeah, exactly. You would think that someone who is motivated by finances, there would be some look behind the curtain that you could get of where they're actually enjoying the money, right? Because why else do you want to have money? And we might get that down the road. At the very least, as far as we can see, he really is doing the it's a big house because I maybe have multiple pupils or something, and there's a lot of places for art and all that stuff. But no, we live humbly, we keep ourselves focused on the job, all that stuff. Right, he probably is a fantastic artist, just maybe a shit teacher Or not necessarily even a shit teacher. He's like, hey, business decision. This makes sense. You know, I'll be able to make more money this way. I'll be able to make more paintings this way.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and by making sure that he kills with kindness, it doesn't matter what we say.
I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting.
Because it's, you know, it's the ugly side of Kamoshida where he loses his temper and stuff, where it's very easy. Even if you don't see the details of the things that he does that are fucked up because he keeps it behind closed doors. Oh yeah, I can absolutely see how the red flags that I'm seeing match up with also this picture of the person that I'm getting, where then you can extrapolate what happens behind closed doors. Whereas with this guy, yeah, he's pretty chill.
It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
Okay.
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
Nice. Beautiful painting.
So beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Okay.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore
Thanks,
you,
Grimsley.
seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Right.
Oh,
Hey, the app.
Yep.
was it picking up our conversation?
Oh, maybe.
Display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Yeah, being able to have the metanav is a confirmation of the sus stuff that the person's doing, because not everyone has a palace. Yeah, exactly. Excellent lie detector. Because otherwise, so much of this stuff would go unnoticed. It's like, great. The whole point of a system that fails people, right? Or people getting failed by the system. Yes, it could be that the system is truly corrupt and is actually designed in order to protect certain people, which will totally be the case in certain circumstances. But in others, it's just that the system doesn't pick up on the injustices, right? Falls through the cracks. And so, just because we're coming at this and being like, we're gonna take down, you know, all the corruption that's gotten into the system, that doesn't mean necessarily that we'll have any way of actually sussing out the corruption.
Madarame, plagiarism, and then Shaq, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
Okay.
For real, though, what the hell's going on?
Hey, for real! There's another one.
Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
Okay.
You mean like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
Okay, interesting. So we can't just go in right away, but we know that the castle exists.
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
Okay.
It's a bit sudden, though.
Why don't we start with castle?
No candidates found.
Yep.
Then what about prison?
No candidates found.
What a pain.
Well, what did he call it? He called it atelier.
Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
No candidates found.
Not a single hit.
Monastery.
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists.
Exhibit.
If we go from there, what would...
Exhibit hall.
Beginning navigation? Whoa, really?
First try. All right. Let's do this.
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out once you started walking on two legs.
Yeah.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Okay. Okay.
Forget that. Look!
Oh, that's so gaudy.
That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out.
Huh. So maybe he gets off on the idea of calling it a shack, like
It's
stroking his
so
own dick kind of a
extravagant.
thing, you know?
To the point that it's gaudy.
I mean, after all, what kind of ego would you need to have in order to reside in a gigantic golden tower?
It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though.
Right.
This exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
Exactly, the same kind of ego to reside in a shabby shack just to humble brag that you do. Yep.
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our
Which, I
brains
mean,
here
hey,
won't do us any good.
if you want to false piety it up and, like, live in a shack just to say that you live in a shack, you know, to humble brag about it, I mean, you do you. You know, you're not exactly hurting anybody.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves?
Okay, that is fair.
Now that's our Joker. I feel the same.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
Yes!
It's time we begin our infiltration. Are we gonna have to wait in that gigantic line? No. Don't be stupid, we're not going in the front door. But there's a high wall around the building.
Shall we go?
We'll just have to find our way up over it then. In any case, let's get going.
Focus.
Yep.
This is really how he thinks of that rundown shack? It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's just not hitting me that this is that old guy's place. That's why we're here, right? Come on, let's go check it out. What was that? Oh, open skylight, yeah.
Hey!
Skylight's open. I think we can get in here. It's a pretty far drop. Will we be able to get back out this way?
Now's my time to
Don't
shine.
worry, I have a rope. I'm our tool specialist after all.
How suspicious.
It's quiet in here, almost eerily so. Hey, this. It's moving. Come on, we're in a palace. That ain't anything to be freaking out over. The
This
palace
is...
reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out. We're not gonna get pulled into it, are we? Well, hey, there's some kind of explanation here. Let me see. Is that someone's name and age? What the hell? This can't be the title of the painting, right? Do you think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings too. I think there might be something important about them. Yeah, these look like paintings of just real people. So they're of different people as far as I can tell. So it's like all the artists that basically have worked on his paintings.
See it. It's somewhere.
Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame's famous for having a variety of art styles.
Oh, is he only good at portraits? Is that the only thing he can do? And so he's like imagining like, if only my own art could basically like get the recognition and whatnot.
But all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
Okay, yeah.
Suhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting of him in here? And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is quite the mystery. All right, let's keep looking around for now.
Oh, all right, okay.
Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Huh? Wait a second.
So here's what I'm thinking. When I think about what an artist, how they would think and all that stuff, right? He's keeping art pieces of his, like, portrait, like in here there's portraits of his students, right? I could see it potentially as some kind of like obsessed thing where it's like, all right, every artist I create is a piece of art and that's the art that I'm collecting. But that doesn't quite feel right. That feels a bit too obtuse. Because I also go to like the, you know, the whole thing of like, he's trapped each of them, you know, like they're his possessions basically. But again, the whole point is that he's not showing off their work, or he's showing off their work, but he's not letting them take credit. If he was really prizing the students as artists as the thing that he wants to collect, then it would make sense that he would want them to actually get respected and appreciated, because then it goes to show more about him as a teacher, right? And with his humble bragging about the shack and whatnot, I fully believe that that's how he would have done it. So it's not that. And he's clearly like financially minded because he's actually, or at least pride. It's either about money or pride, right? Because he's not letting them have their stuff. Although I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be pride specifically, but recognition. And so that's where I was thinking, like, if you have someone who's a fake, because Kamoshida, there was something that was fairly honest in its brutishness, you know? Because he's like, I'm all that, right? Whereas if you have someone who's a fraud, then going into their inner world, that would be a fundamentally different experience, right? Only if they believe themselves to be a fraud. Okay, that's true. That's true. He could absolutely be like, no, this is the best way of doing things. And because he's benefiting from it, he wants to see himself as the good guy, etc., etc. This one is a deeply kept secret while the Kamoshida was reveling. Yeah, exactly, right? The fact that it's all of these other artists. And yet, the palace is gaudy, right? So that in and of itself shows that there's a lot of ego in this. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
What do you think these paintings are?
Patrons of the museum, Madarame's pupils, well painted.
I think you're right.
That's a lot of pupils, actually. That's damn impressive. Now, granted, because there's no way he'd be able to have this many pupils that he's all plagiarized, right? One, there wouldn't be that much good art, and two, it would leave way too much of a trail. He wouldn't be able to control them all, etc., right? Even though there's some people posting some things online or whatever, and, you know, his own reputation, it wouldn't be able to do that much, right?
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
And I could totally
This
see
must
it being
include
something...
former pupils as well. Only one remains now.
I could see it being something where if he's this famous, a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I want to study under him for at least a couple years or something. And then either he steals their work, and so then they leave because they realize they don't want to, it's not worth it, whatever. They make a personal decision to not try and pick that fight. But apart from that, I would think that if you started to work with him for, you know, a little while and he hasn't screwed you over yet, right? Then you would want to keep working with them, right? Because it's a legendary artist, unless maybe he's just not a good teacher and so you're not getting anything from it and you're like, okay, I can actually go somewhere else, right? Like, because it doesn't have to be that he stole their art. It could be you go and work with them and you're like, oh no, this person's actually an asshole and they're really not that great a teacher. Yeah, I can go somewhere else. I'm not gonna jeopardize my own career by like making a big deal about it. I'm just gonna, there'd be a level of rationalization. Where it's I don't want to believe that he's actually a piece of shit, right? I don't want to believe that he actually hasn't been doing any good teaching me, right?
Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer.
That's why it feels more like a cult kind of situation, you know?
All right, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
It's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, but the investments are the students, the profits are the art. Probably wrong, but the direction feels right in the reasoning. Yeah, exactly. And interestingly enough, that's something I've actually talked with some of the other fencing students about, because for those kinds of reasons I outlined with like the time investment and all that stuff, in situations where there are other like martial arts like schools and things like that, you can get situations where then the instructor takes on that kind of Kamoshida ego, you know, of like, I'm king of the castle, because someone's been studying with you for 10 years, right? You know, or 5 years or whatever, right? That's a lot of time. And if it's something that's like really specific, they don't necessarily want to like throw that all away to go and try and learn something different, right? Some sort of brochure here. Okay. We're here to investigate, so we should check everything that catches our attention. What do we got? Is this a pamphlet? This is getting way too detailed for a freaking palace. Why'd he bother making something like this? Oh, there's a museum guide on here. Let's take it with us. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a map. Awesome. Might even show us the location of the treasure.
Nice.
That is a possibility. At the very least, it should be a good reference for the scale of this place. Huh? But the map only shows half of the museum. This again. See, it says it's 1 out of 2. Then the 2 out of 2's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Just how big is this place? We'll worry about that another time. Right now our objective is confirming Madarame's cognition. We may have to reconsider our plan depending on what we find. I mean, he's got a palace, seems pretty sketch to me. Yeah, there's also the fact that we haven't been seeing shadows in here. Do they want us to inspect this specifically? Okay, yeah.
Look at this.
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds.
Okay, so that's how it all ties together. The artwork is not the students themselves. Yeah, his cognition of himself as a director. Yeah, okay, so that's how it is. He's making an art piece, but the art piece is the museum itself. All his works, right, that get to be basically collected under one. Oh yeah, and he's an ego guy. Yeah, here we go. So yes, he's definitely financially profiting off of this, but he's basically like, this is going to be the grandest body of work of an artist ever. I'm gonna make the history books, I'm gonna do all this stuff. Which, to be fair, is not that bad. Like, yes, he's stealing other people's stuff, but like we talked over all the reasons of why theoretically it could be something beneficial for them, but...
These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living?
Damn.
Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Yeah.
Damn it. What a phony geezer.
And then also, yeah, and then it's the same thing of like, after he passes, you know, because art becomes way more valuable after the artist dies, right? The fact that he's gonna have all of these students that are replicating aspects of his art, that'll just add to the legend, you know? Right, but even then, you could see a situation where like, let's say it was someone else that wasn't like financially benefiting, you know, wouldn't have that level of bias, where they could say, no, actually, not for your whole life, but starting out, yeah, have him display some of your works. You know, it's the kind of like the Dread Pirate Roberts kind of thing. Your art identity could never be yours after he passes. Oh, that's true! Because then it's just, oh, he taught you this thing, as opposed to, no, that was my thing the whole time. Yeah, and so he'd be this like temporal cornerstone of art development. It is still pretty obtuse, but...
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true.
Sure.
He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition.
Right.
This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
He's got plenty of reasons to keep this covered up.
Madarame his life for being taken in.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, absolutely predating on him in that way.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display.
I guess the defense is that he could claim they were doing it together or something. Yes, he totally could, but it's still the thing of, yeah, but you didn't put their name on it, right? Like, because that would also be another way of doing it. If you wanted to have some plausible deniability, is to not make it so that he touts them all as being his, but he touts them all as being collaborative. These are things that we both worked on this piece. I'm involved in all of my students, you know, whatever, right? Oh, what if his life of shedding all wealth and materials includes things like little to no use of phones and cameras to help him get away with it? I would not be surprised. Yeah, again, very, very culty. Probably convinced Yusuke that he's helping him, and he'd be a horrible student for ruining Sensei's life if he speaks up. Oh, absolutely. Well, and that's where Yusuke specifically, I'm like, yeah, no, totally makes sense. I get it, right? Especially if if the guy raised him. But it's more with all the other people, because if he had this much of a turnaround with his students, I feel like it'd be one of those worst kept secret kind of things. That being said, this feels very timely. I was a huge fan, like teen to like, you know, early 20s and all that, of Neil Gaiman. And we're not going to go into the details of all that shit show because, you know, obvious reasons. But I absolutely looked up to him a ton and saw him as like, you know, quintessential writer that gives writer vibes, you know? And then all the shit started coming out. And one, that was just depressing as fuck. Stardust is still one of my favorite movies, you know, and separating the artist from the art and all that stuff, right? And he wrote the book, the movie was very different from the book and all that stuff. Yeah, right, exactly. And so the idea of something like this does feel very timeless in that sense, right? Because it's the, oh yeah, and then you find out and it's just like, well, shit. I believe all the targets on P5 are based on actual people that did similar things in Japan. I believe it. Never meet your heroes. Yeah.
Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame? That's what I'm talking about!
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun.
All right.
I might be able to get
Back
the
to
truth
the
out of
actual
him if I
game.
accept his
Let's
modeling
go.
offer.
That's an idea.
You're gonna do that?
That doesn't mean it's nude modeling or something.
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
Sure. There's a very easy reason of how we can do this. Hey, yo, by the way, we had an abusive teacher just a little bit ago. You might have seen the news. So, we're totally for this, and this might be a bit too, like, concrete, boundaries laying out for a bunch of high schoolers, but we're totally cool with this modeling thing. That sounds awesome. But my friends are gonna be along just to make sure that everything's, like, kosher and cool, all right?
Famous, renowned artist, huh? Wow, this might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke.
Yeah.
This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? No, I wouldn't forgive them unconditionally, but I would definitely have a tinted lens. I'm not so sure anymore. What are you bringing this up for? According to Kitagawa-kun, Madarame isn't a problem. Something wrong? I mean, I know Madarame is a bad person, but still. Maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. Sure. Yeah, I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. This might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble right now, is there really a point in us stepping in? No, that's a great point. Yeah. So we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame is worth going after or not? I don't know. If it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Well, and there's a part of this that's important, right? Because if they're not doing anything wrong, who cares? Oh, but what if they're not doing anything wrong because of selfish reasons, right? They're fearing repercussion. It's not because they're a good person. Well, there's an argument that there's actually no such thing as a good person, and all the good things that we do are because, on some level, we are wanting to avoid the retribution, right? We want to live in society. We want to have friends because they end up helping us out. Like, we do selfishly benefit from that, whether we just enjoy their company or they end up, being there for us down the road. Let's see how Yusuke fits. Oh, the Naoto reveal. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I guess we could talk more after that. Okay, let's meet in Shibuya after school tomorrow.
Hey, it's me. I just can't forgive Madarame, but what An said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs?
Sure, and I like this because the whole vigilante thing, right? And the big argument for the law, well, not the big argument, but one of the arguments, right? Is that, okay, let's say you have a situation where, like, the law doesn't cover it, right? A Kamoshida type situation. It's like, hey, we gotta do something, right? Okay, great, yeah, no, totally makes sense, yep. But what happens the next time, right? Because then you start to build up a habit where it's actually just a suggestion, it's not actually a rule. And then, oh, hey, maybe that works still most of the time, but then what happens when suddenly it doesn't? What happens when your judgment's compromised, right? And using like P4 as like an example, the whole decision that the group almost makes towards the end of the game, right? What are we willing to do and not do? That feels, and especially given that we know in this game that we end up causing someone to die, whether we are the ones who kill them or not, let's start to seed the elements that could lead us to that point.
I knew it. It ain't like he thinks it is. Pisses me off just thinking about it. Good people have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick.
Pretty soon we're
I'm not
adults.
wrong, am I?
And right now we're doing whatever we want.
Aw, yeah. Don't tell Ann I called called you, by the way. Seriously.
Oh, no worries, Ryuji. I got you.
Well, see you tomorrow.
All right, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though. You know, in a way, you might just be right. Yeah, the artist will tell you what to do. Alright, cooking time, actually. This game might be cracked in a way that I didn't think about, because by starting it with an in media res, we get the reveal that there's a traitor. But a whole bunch of characters have been introduced by that point that could be the traitor. We haven't met those characters yet. This is not a situation where, hopefully this doesn't mean I'll keep things vague-ish in case somehow you haven't watched Attack on Titan. Who are the Armored and Colossal Titan? Oh my god, who could it be? Right? But then once it gets revealed, it makes it super obvious. Why did they have a scene in the very beginning of the show and then they're never picked up on again, right? Like, it's just whole rest of the season. Oh, those people? Whatever. We don't really focus on them or give them like up close screen time. And so that kind of thing is something that from, that meta angle, right, exactly, you know, thinking about it as the narrator of the story, right? That's something that you need to have in there. Funny part is how casual the reveal is. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It was handled fantastically. But here, in this game, we have an established traitor, right? No introduced characters. We have a whole bunch of, even talking like MHA, right? And MHA's whole thing of like, you know, there's a traitor, right? You can still kind of tell in retrospect, like it's clearly not Mr. Sugar Rush because he is never given any, you know, character focus, right? It would mean nothing for it to be him. You know, it has to be someone that you actually have attachment to. But because the moment of betrayal is in the future, we got nothing. I'm thinking here, right? Okay, clearly it's not Honor Ryuji, right? And I think that's right. It's not going to be Honor Ryuji. It's no. Maybe on, but no. No. We know it has to hurt, and that's about it. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'd be Ryuji, and it's the, hey, dude, no, we fell off the path. You know, like, what are we doing? In this situation, I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be a character they haven't introduced yet. Ryuji, I love you, but I don't think you have enough brain cells to be evil. No, if Ryuji was the traitor, it wouldn't be because he was evil. It would be because he's like, we messed up, dude. We lost sight of what we're about, you know? Maybe Sai will slap the table, and she reveals it was her all along. See, I want her to be a confidant, and definitely not so I can romance her. What? Only 2 minutes so you can get dirt on Madarame, remember? That is true. It sounded like Kitagawa-kun wants this to be a private picture of his, though. Well, I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again. Yeah, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, having it be a picture, that's exactly how you'd want to do it, because then you're just painting a still. You don't have to worry about her.
He said he wants me to come over after school today.
Pronunciation hurts.
Perfect. Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was true.
It hurts. It hurts.
Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you want to talk about a traitor? Makoto. Oh yeah, she starts watching us. She becomes a confidant. Yeah, no, she's still an informant, you know? Like, that'd be great, because then it's the twist that's not a twist.
Yikes. She got a hold of Mishima today? It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up.
Okay, see you later.
No, but why would it suck if she noticed us? We're just friends, we hang out. Related to Sai as well. That's true. That's true.
We finally landed a big target.
Although, that makes, like, that would be funny if it was that, you know? But that makes me think it's not that.
Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame.
But she's certainly the most obvious of anyone so far.
Sorry.
There's also the opportunity of coercion, too.
I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
Thinking about what?
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame?
Yeah.
I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature.
Or at the very least, his process a bit.
The only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame
I would love that,
has something
Philphons.
on him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, what he has on him is that he raised him.
But that's why we're going to check it out, right? You ready to be a model?
Yeah, I'm prepared.
What do you mean prepared? Prepared for what?
He could be self-blinded, yeah.
Something seemed different about her to you?
But the thing is, I don't think it's that Yusuke is like, he probably knows what's happening, but the gears just haven't clicked of that, like, wait, this is actually fucked up.
Oh, nice eye.
I didn't cut them.
She just come to them to the side.
Huh. Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
Yeah. Wait, Gundad isn't a confidant though, right?
I thought it would just be you
Or
coming,
is he?
Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Way to make it weird, Ryuji.
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Huh?
Is there a problem?
No, not really.
Well then, let's get started.
That's right. Well, I mean, I haven't exactly had free time to be able to go back to bring him the gun.
Kitagawa-kun?
I'm actually really surprised he's not taking a picture. But maybe he's like, no, I need to be able to get the angle just right.
It's no use.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
How are we supposed to know this was gonna happen? Guess we just gotta wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass.
See, this is why he was weirded out by them being here. Not because, like, oh, there's other people here. He's just like, okay, I mean, she's gotta sit still, and I'm gonna be doing my thing, but what the fuck are you guys gonna be doing?
Perhaps I should
They're gonna
try
be bored
going
out of their
outside
mind.
this room.
Don't distract the artist.
Waiting around is a waste of time. This is too boring, so I'm going to scout around a bit. It's weird how flashy that door is.
And it's locked.
And is that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be?
Ooh, maybe this is where we become actual thieves.
Are you done?
It's no good.
I mean,
What?
no masterpiece is gonna be painted in a couple hours.
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. It's just...
That is a
I'm
good
having
idea,
trouble
Psychronia.
staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
The muse didn't strike.
Oh, hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
I didn't ask you to be here.
I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you.
It's about those rumors regarding your
Yeah,
sensei.
exactly, Rooneylope.
This again.
This is where I really wish that, I know the role that Ryuji plays. It's a very important role and all that stuff, very useful. This is where I really wish that we had the opportunity to be the one piloting this conversation
that
here.
painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
You don't know that he actually physically beats them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You button, tape Ryuji's mouth shut. Yep, I know. That
You
would
couldn't
fix
go against him, could you?
a lot of problems.
I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork.
Okay.
Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's such a great way to manipulate him. Madarame might have instilled the idea that artist block is a bigger deal than it is in reality. Hey, that's very true. That's very true. And yet, if he then looks at his past record and, oh, hey, you haven't really slowed up at all with your production of art. Yusuke probably is aware now, but probably rather not mention it. Sure, exactly. You could change up an injury one year, which leads to artist block the next year. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, still.
Kitagawa-kun.
Then why are you sticking around? All his other
Inside
pupils
voices.
ran away.
Inside
Aren't you
voices.
the only one left?
Yeah, that's the real kicker that he won't really be able to deny, right? Everyone else has left this dude. You're the only one still here. If it's the who's like, because with Kamoshida, it's who's gonna be the first, and Ryuji was the first and he got punished for it. Whereas with this, it's the no, like if you ever go to a place for work, like when they're looking at hiring you, ask them what the turnover rate is for their employees, right? It's not like too impolite or anything like that. It's just so that you know what you're dealing with, right? And you can even phrase it as like because I want to be here for a long time, like what kind of stuff am I working with, right? He's the one loyal son. Yeah, exactly. And then see what they tell you. Because if they say like, oh, you know, like 3 months or so, that might be a thing to be like, all right, yeah, what's going on here, you know?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There
Sure.
are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me.
I love how articulate he is. Right, because that's the big thing that like he has to be in full denial in order to not see, you know.
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that?
Theoretically,
Don't ever
nothing.
come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
You doing this isn't the problem. If you decide to do this and you say that you want to do this, then hey, all right. You can't say that for everybody else. And if they all left, then that probably means that they were pissed off. And so then, yeah, it's exploitative, right? It still might be exploitative either way. But if it's just happening with you and you're fine with it, then sure.
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
No, we are, Ryuji. It's fine.
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey!
He's gonna call the police, yeah.
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
Ryuji, stop it!
This is our time to
Calm
leave.
down, okay?
Damn it!
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
Well, now this is going
But
into
you
blackmail.
said that it wasn't working out today.
That's because I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything
Yeah,
to
fuck
me,
no! Fuck no and fuck you! Oh god.
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever!
What?
Nude?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model.
Alright, okay. Yeah, here we go.
Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well.
Oh right, he was raised by a shitbag.
If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Such as?
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
You sure we can't steal Yusuke's heart? Yeah, I mean, I feel like that maybe go into the you know, memento real quick and get that sorted and yeah.
Because those are my terms.
Okay, yeah, but this is blackmail at that point. Now granted, you're also a minor, I'm guessing, but you're extorting another minor to be a nude model. Fuck no. Yeah, maybe talk to his shadow a little bit and tell him to cut it out. Yeah.
But that's...
Wait, ain't that bad?
That's like super illegal.
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely. I should buy more art supplies.
Will you give me a second here?
Of course. I'm willing to wait.
It's not like you're modeling nude. Aged like milk. Yeah.
I'll make time according to your plans, but please come before the exhibit ends.
You say he'll do it and then book it in the other direction. He doesn't have our numbers or know where we are. That's also a great point.
No, that's not what I mean.
He has On's number?
Why
Okay,
are
that's
you
true.
not listening?
Sensei,
Oh yeah,
we're
it
returning home soon.
absolutely isn't crossing his mind.
We're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No, no, no. We are not done talking here.
Oh, that's true. I guess he doesn't know our school.
Hey, what should we do?
Although at this point, now we have something against him. Yeah, it's the, yes, we caused the scene. He tried to blackmail our friend into being a nude model. I mean, he was introduced to stalking on. That's also a great point.
Yeah, damn it. He got us good this time.
Don't give up so easily.
Huh? Is she done being a model?
Yes. Yes, she is.
You moron.
He's totally out of his mind! I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up!
No, you don't. This is probably one of the things that bothers me the most about Persona games. Or not even Persona games. No. Just that dated anime bullshit in general. Of the, someone says a thing, and now, oh no, I must do this thing. No, you don't. No, you don't.
How dare that, Yusuke?
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on nude.
Yeah, no, I know, Ryuji.
Full nudity?
Oh my god.
Drop it!
Let's just, So let's just get through this quick.
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
Sure, that's a way to give us a deadline. Wait, hang on. That's a good point. Because in P4, it's the someone will die. But in this, in the first one with, Kamoshida, it's we're gonna be expelled. Very straightforward deadline. But when it's the I don't like it. Because you could still phrase it as the, if we don't do it by this time, he'll call the cops. And then we're kind of screwed. Joker is also under probation. Yep. And all of that stuff could be brought up to then make it be a thing where they're not talking about the, ooh, An's gonna pose nude or whatever, but it's the, no, this is actually serious blackmail stuff and we have to string this guy along in order to make him not call the police now. But it's just really fucked up.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Yeah, what was that about the artist kid? We gotta get a case on that guy. Yeah.
Then, Lady An, you're fine with bearing it all?
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't
At the
leave
very
it
least,
be
super
because
manipulative.
You've endured a lot yourself with Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame is the kind of target we've been waiting for.
And also Yusuke at this point. No, but I guess he's a teen. He can't be doing anything wrong.
Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too. Before he ends up like us.
Right.
We need to look into Madarame first.
Okay.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet too.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, can you imagine, and this is purely fanfiction land, but if they want to have the nude thing happen, right? You could then have it be a wonderful character moment for An that ends up being a lot more sensitive, I would say, where basically he's open about the fact that that's what he wants her to pose for. She doesn't share it with the guys, right? It's just the, what? And the guys are like, oh, how'd it go? And she's just sort of not talking about, things or whatever. Maybe we see a scene of them talking about it, maybe we don't, whatever, right? And then that could even play into jokes about it too, where the guys totally don't know, and she does, and whatever. But then that could also be a way to get at the whole thing of like, no, it's actually a character growth moment for An to be like, okay, do I feel comfortable doing this? Yeah, taking charge of her own sexuality, yeah, would have been great, because then it's also the, yeah, after all that stuff with Kamoshida, I really don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. Not just in the regular sense of someone not feeling comfortable with that, but me specifically with all that shit that went down, I don't know. And that would also have a whole reason for her to do it, right? Because it's the, all right, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. And this is going to be the best damn nude painting ever, right?
Also, there's the thing about me modeling. Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece. Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
Does that mean the whole country's gonna see you nude?
Sure, it'd be nice to have an option here. Yeah, Ryuji is not helping. I understand that response, though, of like, Teen Boney's like, wait, what? It's not gonna happen, though.
Oh, yeah, it might not show your face.
That doesn't make me feel any better about it!
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what, before his exhibit ends.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so... where to meet up? Let's see. I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work. It's near Madarame's place, too.
Okay.
Changing our hideout periodically, huh? That's a plan I don't mind backing.
Your hideout has moved from the Shujin Academy rooftop to the Shibuya Taikyu building accessway.
Hey, can I talk to you kids for a sec?
Oh.
Huh?
From the looks of things, you don't seem like the ordinary stalking fans.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils.
Is she a reporter? Is she trying to do an expose?
There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly stolen in the past.
Oh, shit.
But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that?
Me? I don't know nothing.
I see. There's no case unless there's a victim.
P4
and if
is
there's
2011.
No proof of
Oh, okay.
abuse, I can't write either. Looks like I'm back to square one.
No.
Sorry for taking your time.
No. Get back here. We need your help.
I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads,
Oh,
mind
fantastic.
contacting me here?
Fantastic.
See you then.
I guess we should go home for today.
Hey, it's me. Got a minute? I have some interesting news.
Yeah?
Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site.
Oh.
Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart.
Okay.
You're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics.
But then they know that we're the Phantoms. This is like the worst possible option.
All I know is
Yeah,
his
oh, it
target
absolutely
is a
is.
terrible person.
Oh my god.
And that it might complicate things if he posted the name online.
I'll
I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Nakanohara.
Okay.
That's Madarame's student.
Alright, that
I
kind
told him
of
to
works.
approach you. Good luck.
Well then.
Don't forget, from today on, our hideout's going to be at the Shibuya passageway. That reminds me, Mishima said Nakanohara should be in Shibuya too. Oh, alright. Okay,
Yo.
here we go. Still on rails.
We're about to head to the hideout too. Who's that?
Excuse me.
That's Nakanohara. Mishima told us to meet him here in Shibuya today.
For real?
My name is Nakanohara.
Up the counter.
Natsuhiko Nakanohara, the one who was posted about on the Phantom Aficionado website.
He seems pretty nice. Doesn't seem like the stalker type.
And we've dealt with a
I
couple
think
of
the change of
those.
heart must have worked.
The administrator of that website contacted me. They told me to look for someone in a Shujin uniform with a cat.
So, what do you want?
You may have already heard, but there's someone I wish to trigger a change of heart in. An artist by the name of Madarame.
Okay.
You think this is it? Is the pupil gonna confess his master's secrets?
You talk like that out loud, Ryuji, it might not.
His shadow did mention Madarame as well.
I'm one of Madarame's former pupils.
Okay.
He gave me lodging at his home, where I thought only about art. I genuinely wanted to be an artist. There was another pupil as well, a very talented man, multiple years my senior. Obviously, Madarame kept tabs on him. Everything he made was claimed as a Madarame original. He wasn't the only victim, though.
Right, we got some real proof of the plagiarism.
In response to Madarame's actions, that senior pupil committed suicide.
Suicide?
He must have been unable to bear seeing his work praised under Madarame's name. That was when I disobeyed Madarame's orders and left. But he quickly pressured other parts of the art world, and my life as a painter was destroyed. I tried to turn over a new leaf, working at a ward office, but it was no use.
Okay.
My attachment to art warped my emotions. Soon I began getting attached to everything. In the end, I even turned into a stalker. I'd like to ask again. Please, make Madarame have a change of heart.
Do
Not
what you
only
did to
for
me. Yeah.
It's to save the life of another man as well. Even now, there's still one young man remaining under Madarame's tutelage.
Right, to set him free and let him actually be able to...
he's about your age.
Yeah, be an artist, yeah.
That has to be Yusuke.
Not only is he a talented artist, he also owes Madarame for taking him in after his mother passed. He is the perfect target.
Oh man, what if Madarame arranged for his mom to die?
So Yusuke's got no choice but to listen.
I actually spoke to him a few times back when I was still living at Madarame's. I asked him if he found it painful to stay with Madarame. And you know what he said? If I could leave, I would.
Kitagawa-kun.
I have no right to say this given my prior cowardice, but I don't want to see another suicide. I'd like to find a way to save this young man. He has a bright future ahead of him. Please consider that when thinking about changing Madarame's heart.
Okay.
We've been asked to act directly on behalf of one of Madarame's victims. It sounds like we don't have the time to deliberate whether or not to change Madarame's heart.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Madarame's just a piece of shit who preys on the weak.
Suicide. I'll never let something like that happen. Plus, we finally got to hear how Kitagawa-kun really feels.
Well, since we've reached a unanimous decision, how about we continue this at our new hideout? My fellow thieves, welcome to our new hideout.
In the open,
Our
with plenty
target
of
this
people
time
around.
is Madarame.
Oh, goody. Yeah, worst possible hideout.
We all saw that palace. We'll pay dearly if we
I
assume
mean,
it's just going to be
as
like
long
the
as
last one.
Morgana's the one talking, we should be fine, but...
Furthermore, Lady Ann's chastity is on the line.
Morgana, please shut the fuck up.
What?
We'll need to do what we did with Kamoshida.
Oh my god.
First, we secure an infiltration route in the palace. After that, we send our calling card. Once the treasure has materialized, we steal it.
Well, we don't know that
I got a
Yusuke's
question.
suicide.
Madarame doesn't know that we were doing stuff in the palace yet? Why are we already getting treated like criminals in there?
You're learning, Ryuji. Well done. It
No,
must
we weren't.
be because he doesn't trust anyone. Any unknown person may as well be an enemy.
Okay.
Or maybe he's just super salty from all those rumors that have been spreading
Huh.
about him.
How could we have gotten caught with this impeccable hideout? I have no idea how we got found out, yeah.
Then his palace being so crazy had nothing to do with us?
Either way, we should stay on our best behavior. It'll be harder for us to steal the treasure if we needlessly increase the security level.
But then we get more
need to be careful
XP.
of Kitagawa-kun this time too. I'm sure that whatever he sees will just get passed on to Madarame.
That's right.
Hey, what is Madarame's treasure going to look like anyway? Another crown?
I doubt that. But my sixth sense will know when I see it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you go completely nuts, huh?
Our time limit is when the exhibit ends, right? That means June 5th.
We'll carry out the plan after we've sent out the calling card.
Get therapy for extra long grinding sessions, that's true.
So our infiltration route will need to be set in stone 2 days prior on June 2nd.
Now listen here. We can't mess this up, no matter what, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
It's the first job for the fuck-ups, so let's make sure we do it right. Don't fuck it up. Come on, it's time to get this mission started. Mission to change Madarame's heart has begun. We must steal his treasure by the deadline. Special obstacles in place. Occasionally you will encounter palace obstacles that are impassable and require interacting with the target in the real world. No! You will need to leave the palace and find the obstruction. Either enter palaces quickly to find obstacles and triumph over challenges before the deadline. No! No more one-day palaces. And it wasn't even a one-day palace because that was just to get the infiltration.
Huh?
Yes, that's all for today. Need some goddamn therapy.